First up at 5 tonight, 24-hour News 8 political reporter Rick Albin has been keeping us updated on what's happening at the convention. But tonight he takes us inside to feel what it's like to be a Michigan delegate in Philadelphia.
And Rick joins us from the Wells Fargo Center tonight. Rick?
Despite the undeniable anger by some of the Bernie Sanders supporters, the vast majority of the delegates in that arena really feel like they're part of history. I mean, after all, nominating the first woman as a presidential nominee from a major party is no small matter. And when it happened, the place erupted last night. We were on the floor with our Michigan delegation.
I think this is what democracy looks like.
For Gerald Kareem, his fourth trip to a Democratic convention is another opportunity to see history.
The ayes have it!
This time, the first woman receiving the nomination of a major party for president. The Saginaw resident and the rest of the Michigan delegation waited for that moment as we talked with them in the Wells Fargo Center. Rosendo Rocha is from Holland and is a delegate for the second time, but Hillary Clinton's nomination makes this time special. How important is that for you and for the country?
I think it's extremely important. I have twin daughters that are 12, and this is a great opportunity to show them that women can do anything.
Madam Chair.
By now, you've all seen that dramatic moment when Senator Bernie Sanders asked the convention to declare Hillary Clinton the nominee by acclamation. But this is how it looked from where they sat.
And I move that Hillary Clinton be selected as the nominee.
Still, for all of the excitement of the moment, the effort to bring some Sanders supporters on board still seems like an uphill fight. Kareem, a UAW organizer, says he looks forward to that challenge.
It's going to be exciting to try to bring both of the ideals together and to bring that same enthusiasm and excitement that was surrounded in the primary. So yes, it is going to be a challenge, but this is what democracy should look like.
So now we're about 3 months out of the general election, and all of the promises and platitudes will pass. The angst and the protest will go away, and Cleveland and Philadelphia really won't have a great impact on Decision 2016, except for this. For 1 week, once every 4 years, for the party faithful, these conventions do more to energize the base and make them feel more like a part of the process than anything else can. And that's why last week in Cleveland and this week in Philadelphia have been so important to the people who attended both of these conventions. In Philadelphia, I'm Rick Albin, 24-hour News 8.
Rick, as you mentioned, a lot of high-profile guests in Philly tonight. I'm sure security has been increased.
It has. It's really not terribly noticeable because security was really high anyway, but the president and the vice president are going to be here, the vice presidential nominee. Security is already tight, but you can bet it's going to be even tighter. They're closing some of the entrances, some of the roads around the area. The president won't even leave Washington until about an hour and a half before he's going to speak. Of course, Washington just down the road, and in Air Force One, you get a lot of latitude as to airspace and when you can land and when you can leave.
That's right. Rick Albin reporting live from Philadelphia. Rick, thank you.